prefer peace. And the truth of it is, that situation is never going to be peaceful. There's always going to be some type of tug of war going on. And as long as people feed into it, it will continue. It will continue. I did come across a very strange screen recording of Victoria. If anybody, I love Intergalactic. It reminds me of that Loving Life account that's fucking out of her mind. I don't like to play with her much because something's wrong up there, and I tend to leave people like that alone. I know there's something going on. I try to. I don't want anything to do with it. I know that people keep asking me about it, but Victoria, just a quick question.
This is my part 2. Someone asked, how many babies have I lost? This is my 15th pregnancy, and 6 of those were live births. But our little man is doing great. Is it being hard to so...
That's weird. That's weird. How'd you go from 15 to 18? Anybody know the answer to that? How did we go from 15 to 18? It's a big jump. It's a big jump. I know she did. Hi, how are you? Probably forgot that she had that up still. And lucky for me, that's the easy answer, right, Dee? I'm sorry. It's weird. That's weird. Yeah, I know, Samantha. I know. And I've been, I think it's an excuse. I think it's an excuse that she uses to fall back on losing her teeth. Just my opinion. It's gotta be, Andrea, because good afternoon, my dukes. Oh, you're good. Thank you, my dukes. You always send such beautiful gifts. She's pregnant when filming this, right? She's pregnant when she filmed this. So I don't know. I don't know how we got 3 more after the last baby that she had, because her tubes were tied, right? It's weird. It's weird. So this is what, like, a lot of times, this is what, no, thank God. I just started. A lot of times what I do is, while I hear it, right? And for me, if I see it or if I hear it, I'm really good at remembering. So I have to go back and pull the screen recordings from where I heard it from. And that is what is taking me so long, right? Good afternoon. I know that people want the deep dive. I'm doing the best I can. The device that a lot of the... Don't make me laugh. A lot of the recordings that I have are in my broken device, but I'm doing what I can to pull it from other places, right? Y'all, my DMs are so bad. My DMs is so bad. And I've been, today was the day that I was going to go through my DMs and start getting back to people. But my phone hasn't stopped all day. It hasn't stopped all day. Give me a second. I do think I texted this screenshot to this device because I'm starting to think that I'm starting to think that, let me make sure I saved it. Okay, I got it. Hold on. Wait, I don't know, Victoria. Oh no, that's not it. This one? Victoria, but this is what you did do. So what's not true here? Do you know how many receipts I have of you begging for phone bills? right? You remember when you were sitting in a parking lot by a grocery store? You were sitting in a parking lot by a grocery store and saying that you were on their Wi-Fi. That was a lie. So the way that I'm going to structure, thanks guys, the Victoria series, right, is it's going to be several different videos. I need at least one video for your lies. Like, and that's probably going to be the longest one. Because I don't know how, I mean, I'm sure people picked up on it before me, but thanks, my dukes. If you go back, right, there's one specific live where she's talking about speaking to a manager at the phone company, and they said they were going to leave it on. They were going to put her phones on until that doesn't happen, first of all. Second of all, you gave two separate genders in that one live. Did you know that? Hello, Mystic. I know, Alley Cat, it's so bad. But that's stuff that I'm good at, right? I recognize inconsistencies, and it's extensive with her, but trust me, nothing. I want to be done with her, because every time I hear her talk, I want to stab ice picks in my ears. What happened? I'm sorry. I don't know. I know somebody messaged me about if I got bans. I didn't get bans from Melita's live. I dropped because I really don't feel good, y'all. Hi, Keen's Angel. Ms. Crush, it's brutal. And maybe if, like, I didn't have to, like, it's a lot to go through, right? Like, you figure since 2019, oh no, what's wrong? Since 2019, she's been lying on this app, right? And it is my opinion that if you want people to talk about you better, you do better. And I know I am perfectly comfortable with knowing that every step of the way, I gave her a chance. Oh no, are you okay? Every step of the way, I gave her a chance to be honest. And she doubled down. So it's going to be painful for her. And if she had half a brain in her head, she would be trying to get ahead of it. But I really think that she is that cocky that she thinks that she will just flinch and keep it moving. And that's not going to be the case, because the lying is extensive and addiction is not an excuse. Addiction will never be, well, I hope that you're okay. Addiction will never be an excuse for shitty behavior, right? And she does, Mystic. And that's one thing that, like, I just don't get. I don't get. She knows that she's being dishonest. Hi, Jen. How are you? She knows that she's being dishonest. And I don't give a shit if you have teeth or don't. If you're a piece of shit, you're a piece of shit. And that's just what it is to me, right? I think that it's unfortunate, but she's got a long way to go, y'all. She really does. She has a long way to go. Hi, Heather. How's everybody else doing? I know that everything's been going wild today. Wait, why? Sorry, my notifications are, they're so behind, y'all. I'm so behind. But the good part is I don't have a lot of work in the next, oh, maybe. I don't know what the specific issue is there, so I don't want to speak on much, you know. I hope that you feel better. Yeah, I figured you had a port. That's usually the best way to go about handling something like that. How am I? I'm good. I'm dying to get rid of the Victoria series. So I'm pushing through it. Also, Loving Life, just like a tidbit of information, right? This is my face. I don't know where you that account, y'all, is just like pew, off the deep end. Also, I'm never gonna feel bad about what I say about Itty. I'm never gonna do that. If anybody would like Itty's Reddit account to go through her comment history, you'll understand why. Okay? Itty is getting off light. I did request the transcripts from the court hearing. Once I have it, I will update y'all. Lori is Loriing. Lori is Loriing, y'all. I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on over there. Oh my, wasn't it embarrassing? Thank you for reminding me. I need a check over there. Sorry. Lori is gonna become Lisa. Lori is gonna be, I did get a screenshot, and what they said actually kind of makes sense. I'm all right. I'm sick, but it is what it is. Kratom over usage fits that behavior. That might be it. Right. It's but is anybody noticing the steady nosedive off a cliff? I'm sorry, I do want to, hold on, I want to, right, yes. Right? Do you follow what I'm saying? Do y'all know what I mean? When people overuse kratom, it looks like that. That's what it looks like. Right? I got a screenshot of somebody saying that, and I was like, oh, that actually might be accurate. That actually might be accurate. Right. And what is up with the noises that she makes with her mouth, y'all? What is that? No, let me be clear before my word. I know that there are people, Ashley, how are you? I know that there are people that use kratom, and it could be a good tool in certain instances. However, I personally, not for me. I've seen people with the withdrawal, and that's just not for me. However, overuse, I'm talking overuse, right? They might be right. Hi, JP.
Hello, everybody.
How you do? I'm trying to get Itty's videos if there are any. We were talking about Victoria. I move around a lot. There are so many on this app that are just fucking stackers. Stackers is often what's referred to as gas station math, right? Hi, Gina. I think that when kratom is similar to so it kind of runs along the same pathway as an opiate would, right? But overuse, but that's the thing. I don't think she's on psych meds. I think she is unmedicated. Right? So I think that what we're seeing is a cross between mental health, untreated mental health, and also some type of substance use. I'm not sure what. I'm not it. So it's kind of legal. It's kind of legal. People drink it as a tea, kava, right? And it is over the counter. Sorry, y'all. How's everybody? How was your day? Hi, Joni. Does she know she's up here?
Yes, hey,
Okay.
sorry.
I
know I'm up here. I was talking to my daughter and I got distracted.
I know. I just like it'll be my live where like somebody's in the box and like something breaks out that is not supposed to be heard. That would be me.
Right.
100%. So I always like to make sure that people are aware that they're
Let me
up
be
there.
safe. Whose live is that?
Yeah. So kratom won't come up in a drug test, y'all. It won't come up.
Love you too, baby. Be safe. It won't come up.
Don't make me laugh because I will choke to death. I will choke to death. It's a plant, Terry, and I know that a lot of people take that like plant over medicine type, right? And I'm not saying anything about that, but I've seen people in detox for kratom. Nope, I'm good. That's just me, right? That's just my personal opinion. It's not for me. If I'm going to use, I'm going to use something that I'm going to feel, right?
Yeah, because I've heard that kratom actually, even though it's a plant or whatever, that the withdrawal symptoms are just as bad as any illicit
Yep.
drug
It is.
or rug. Sorry.
And right, and so I know that it does have some pain management qualities, right? But I'm talking overuse. I'm not talking taking it as somebody is prescribed. Like, I'm not talking about that. I'm talking about overuse. That's what I'm talking about. But that does fit her behavior. Right, exactly. But I've also seen people, thank you. I'm talking abuse. I'm not talking use, right? That's this, and there are very big differences between using something as a tool, right? And abusing it. I mean, I would think so. I've never heard of somebody withdrawing on that, you know? No, that was ketamine. Which I also, listen, I don't know how somebody overdoses on ketamine. Ketamine was like one of my first DOCs because I lived in the New York City club scene, right? And Matthew Perry is the first person I've ever heard of to die of a ketamine overdose.
It's very, very hard to OD on Special K.
Right.
One of the things about it is it increases respiration rates. So on the medical side of it, we will use ketamine instead of morphine a lot of times because we don't need to have Narcan around.
Right.
And worst comes to worst, right? You hit someone with too much of it, they go in a K-hole.
Right.
Disassociative.
And you're good to go. I have never, I've quite literally, he is the only human being I've ever heard of to die of a ketamine overdose.
And the metabolic half-life of ketamine is so super fast too. The metabolic half-life is incredibly fast,
right,
to where you hit somebody with 75 mgs like I am, they are out of it within an hour and they're like back and lucid, back to normal.
Right. It's also why it's hard for it to come up in a drug screen, is because it goes in and out.
Can I ask a question?
Sure.
Isn't ketamine also a horse tranquilizer? I've heard of that.
Yeah, it's an animal tranquilizer. That's what it's supposed to be.
Okay, so I got hit with ketamine at the hospital one time after they had already hit me with Dilaudid and morphine on the ambulance. And let me tell you, that is the hardest trip I've ever had in my life.
You're welcome.
So
I was scared. Like, I was scared.
The arrest that comes up, the conspiracy charge that comes up in if somebody runs a background check on me from 2001, that is because I was going to pick up 2 cases, 288 licks of ketamine. So they hit me with conspiracy and intent to distribute because I told the cop that I was going to sell it. So I was a ketamine connoisseur, if you will.
Ketamine connoisseur.
Right. So I do not understand how he is the only human being I've ever heard of somebody overdosing.
Yeah, I question that.
Me too, Mrs. the Goddess.
It wasn't just the overdose, it was the hot tub. The hot tub was involved too.
Right. That might be it. But then the cause of death would be drowning.
So unless they said, hey, you know what, overdosing could mean loss of consciousness. Overdosing does not have to be the mechanism of mortality.
Right. That makes sense.
So it's like, example, someone could say they were intoxicated and overdosed on alcohol in the bathtub.
Right. I get it. I got it.
So
What do I think about it? I do think that so back then, when I was 20, 21, I did a shit ton of K, and I wound up getting what's the word? I developed a form of cystitis in my bladder, right? And I remember going to the doctor, and because there were 5 of us, and we all had the same, you know, symptoms, and the only thing we all had in common was we all did a shit ton of K. So I walked into the doctor and I said, listen, I know what it is. I just need a way to treat it. He called his wife, who was at the time an anesthetic, like an anesthesia doctor. And he's like, I got this girl in my office, blah, blah, blah. Long story short, he wanted to do a study on me, right? And I was like, I'm not doing that. I didn't know what it came with. I was young. But years later, there is what's called ketamine bladder syndrome, right? So I would have been the first documented case of that in the country. But the benefits that it has now, as far as PTSD, chronic pain, depression, right?
Yeah,
The
my
ketamine
uncle's on it and
infusions
swears by it. Yeah.
hmm Absolutely. But granted, they weren't doing like 3 cc's
No.
at a time.
I've
right?
only
Like,
done it once.
right. Definitely
I was
a
like-
different.
Yeah, I was like, this is so stupid. I'll never do this again. This isn't doing anything. And the guy's like, stop the car. And he's like, wait till I get over to that door. And I was like, nothing's going to happen. I stood up and fell right back down.
Right. But you build a tolerance to it like everything else. As a matter of fact, when they first did, oh, I love GHB. When they first started doing stuff like that, I was in Florida and these clinics were popping up all over the place and I was super confused. So I called them and I said, how are you counteracting the possible problems that would come with the bladder, right? Because I was just curious. And they said it's the dosage. The dosage that they give people are so minimal that
Yeah.
it wouldn't cause like what happened to me. It took years for my bladder to be normal again.
Well, and for some reason, I was in a live the other night and they were referring to Kratom as Special K. And I'm like, you guys can't be doing that
No, it's
because
a
that's
different drug.
2 totally different things.
Totally
Yes.
different drug. Totally different drug.
But my
I haven't
cousin,
seen GHB in probably 30 years.
yeah, my cousin does. He's a doctor and he believes in alternative medicine. And he actually did the mushroom treatments when my cousin Jake took his own life because that's his brother.
Liquid.
And I kept asking him, I'm like, how did you keep it together? And he finally told me that that's what. Like, he was holding me together. It was the craziest thing. I, of course, felt
Yeah,
like
it's
the biggest
crazy, right?
POS on the planet, but he was like holding me together, diagnosing me, like, and
It's-
I'm like,
it's
I don't
crazy.
get it.
There are,
Yeah.
I do with that as well. I see a lot of people that come back from like major depressive episodes with shrooms. So there's no denying that there is some type of medical benefit, right? Or
so
and
with the,
go ahead.
I'm sorry, with the background on mushrooms real quick. Like example, the Veterans Affairs have finally are authorized to do microdosing of ketamine in treatment for PTSD in veterans. They're still looking at they're not allowed to do their own studies, but they're looking at other people's studies of microdosing of psilocybin or mushrooms for the purpose of it. And they're seeing like a lot of good results out there. One of the things that you're actually able to go onto Amazon or all these other places, they will send you a sterile kit with everything you need to be able to start to grow your own for air quotes religious purposes only. at this
Really
time. Yes,
interesting.
it's actually on the TikTok shop. Serious for religious purposes only. No crap.
I listen, I know, and like, but when you think about it, medicine has come a long way. Like there used to be Coca-Cola in cough medicine, right? So as time and medicine evolves, you learn the benefits of some things and not others.
Well, you're thinking about it. That's the reason why it was called Coca-Cola, because it had the coca in there.
Yeah, yeah.
And you
I
know,
do know people that the ketamine infusion specifically, actually, it works. It's like I haven't heard a bad. It really does, Caitlin. I haven't heard anything bad about it.
so how a lot of them are doing the ketamine now is they're doing it intranasal or like a spritz,
Yep.
and most of them are administered. There's certain pharmacies in certain areas of these clinics that has a pharmacist on hand that compounds, and they're legally allowed to administer it. So they give it to them intranasal.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's fascinating, the outcomes of it. And a lot of people are doing it at the microdose because ketamine, what it is a disassociative. It's not so much of a tranquilizer, uh, but it's because if you think of a tranquilizer, it
Like
means
said.
yeah, it does not slow you down. It disassociates your mind and your neurological system and separates them apart. And disassociates also your emotions and a lot of your cognitive ability as well. But ketamine is a dissociative, where, like example, instead of a narcotic, which also causes suppression in the respiratory rate, suppression in the heart rate, and how you're also getting it's blocking the CNS, affecting the central nervous system, where it's overall depressant. Ketamine is not a depressant; it is a disassociative.
Sorry, little Ray. We go off on topics sometimes.
Sorry.
All the time, I go off on all kinds of variable topics. I don't even know how we got here, but I don't mind. I don't mind it. But I've even heard, how about this? This was a few years back. Maybe it had to be, my kids were young, so it had to be at least 15, 20 years ago. It wasn't in the US though. It was one of my mother's friends in good job. I don't know, Sona. One of my mother's friends lived in the UK, and they had some type of neuropathy. I'm not sure exactly, but they could not do anything. They put him into a ketamine coma for 7 days. And when he woke up, it was like his brain was reset. No pain, nothing. I was like, that's that. And this is going back. My God, I was probably still using K at that point in time, right? So I was like, how is that possible? But I think that there are so many benefits to things that we haven't even unlocked yet, right? Like research. I know, right? That's what I said. I said, you put me into a KO for 7 days, like, no problem, right? But yeah, it's interesting. So I do believe that there are a lot of medical benefits. And if you remember, like go back to like the 60s and the experimentation with LSD, it's always been there. Oh, you're good, Samantha. Sorry. We went off on a tangent. It does. And it does. The only thing that I would honestly, like, that was one of my DOCs, right? So would I sign up for ketamine infusion therapy? Probably not, right? So I would just be cautious with that side of it. But other than that, if you have never been in that situation and you struggle in areas that it could be proven effective in, do it. You know? Hi, Psycho Bunny. I don't know if Lori got her furniture, y'all. I do know that she has been live today dancing. I try to her live yesterday like was kind of triggering. I really didn't like the way that she spoke to her kid. It really Oh God, Lanaka. I think the books on the heater thing was a thing. I wouldn't be doing anything for her if I was Andy. That would be a hard pass. Listen, Terry, I was up half the night coughing. Wait, what? In one of her live replays this morning, F asked her for a cigarette and she, what? Somebody give me a timestamp. Anybody have a timestamp? Ryan, how are you doing? What am I looking at in my email? What is that? Does she have something on her head?
Sorry, I was doing my dishes. What are we looking at?
14. Where did this come from? Is there something on her head?
What the hell is that? Heck is that? What is that?
What is that?
We don't know.
Is that scalp?
I don't know, JP.
Did she take a grapefruit and then put it on her?
Don't make me laugh.
Is that Lori or her daughter?
Yes.
Oh.
Hmm.
Psycho Bunny, do you know about this? Psycho Bunny?
Oh my gosh, Wendy, so much love being sent to you and your son.
Y'all.
Listen, I'm not going to say anything because I'm not going to go to hell today. I'll save that for another day.
I'm pretty sure that my seat is like, leave them alone. Don't get your shit. These dogs are gonna stop biting you.
Well, hold on, Sweet Tater Kim. I know you said that's not Lori's hair, but is it the lack of it?
That's a big. I mean, I feel like that should be like looked at.
Oh my gosh! Someone said, "Was that Eeyore's tail spot?"
We're all going to hell.
I'm there.
There's something going on here, though. This is something else. Hi, Stagey. I know, right, Sugar Cells? Like we've been here too long for this shit.
Do you remember? Do you remember the movie Home Alone where they had that cans?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Y'all, you're
Yeah.
gonna make me go to hell.
Yep. Yep.
She needs. Something's not right. I would definitely.
Something's off here. Sorry, y'all. I didn't even notice that people were sitting in the box. I'm sorry.
Hey, villain.
Yes.
I think that this has been seen before. A couple of people have caught it. I think that it is from pulling her hair too tight in that olive oil bun. But it very well could be alopecia too. I knew someone who had alopecia as well. They just didn't have it all in the one spot there like that. But I truly believe it's from pulling her hair up tight. Have you seen her brush her hair? She almost rips it out of her scalp.
I'm not doing it right now.
And then she puts it up in those really tight little buns, and I think she's going bald from her hair being pulled tight in that spot for so long.
Like that's
why she wears it up.
No?
That's why you hardly see it down. So I was surprised she had curled it and wore it down.
But that would be the path of least
That's
resistance.
noticeable.
But
Anyways,
right
I was
there-
going to say that instead of type it on the chat.
But that point where it's at, where we're missing something, or somebody's missing something, that's the point of least pressure and least resistance right there at
That's
the crown.
true.
Yeah.
That's true.
I was gonna say, then that's too much of a circle. I think there's some kind of medical. It's definitely like, isn't there a medical condition where people pull their hair out?
He's mad that I took his rope away because they were fighting.
Oh,
over it.
crazy. Drop me,
No.
villain.
You're good.
Oh my god! No, for real.
Listen, y'all, he's mad because he was just fighting with
Yes, right there. That trichomania, whatever mania.
something's going on over there, y'all. I don't know what it is, but it is not good. And I know that, like, I have so many messages of people trying to offer assistance in one way or another. Yeah, I wore my hair up every day too. I had super long hair, and I wore my hair up every day. That's actually when I was like, I wasn't gonna.
Oh, I didn't know that, Goddess. I've never done that. Not that my DOC's any better, but I didn't know that was a.
Where'd you send it? Yeah, that's what I want. Where'd you send it? Email? Or Somewhere else. Listen, it's grown a lot, and the only reason that I'm dealing with this awkward stage is because I miss my hair.
Hey there.
I don't think it's awkward looking right now.
Y'all, I don't want to be a dick, but you'll have no idea what my... Oh, it's in requests. I think I got it. Hold on. My DMs right now. It's not letting me. I want to shave it every day. Almost, Kaylin, almost. I need it to get a little bit longer, and then I'll get extensions. If you knew, yeah, I had hair, like my hair was down to my ass.
Yeah, what?
Gregory, that one's a fucking lunatic, y'all.
I cried when I got 14 inches cut off, Baltimore, like over the summer, and I cried like a baby, but I donated it to a kid's place that does
Why
wigs.
are you growling at me? Why are you growling at me? You okay? Something wrong with his tail? He just growls at me. Queen of Being Banned 2.0 at gmail.com. So I cut my hair. I probably cut like 12, 14 inches off, right? But my hair is super curly. Thank you. I'm sorry. These animals don't leave me alone. They don't leave me alone. So my hair is not, it's not that it's growing back, sit pop. It's not that it's growing back thicker. It's like closer. You got to remember my hair was super long, right? And my hair is not normally black, right? So the dyeing of it, like it was just unhealthy. It wasn't like I was, you know.
Sorry, y'all. Reaper's dogs had to go crazy. She does. She does have the most. I love her hoodies and sweatshirts. I know her.
No, but you outside. It's so weird to me how they balk at my brother, who they've known. No,
Yeah, my mom's doing that too. She finally decided she's embracing the gray.
No, I think that they think that you're outside talking to somebody. Right. Congratulations. We love to hear it. We love to hear it. Yeah, it's so weird. It's so, and that's why I mute ultimately. Queen of Being Banned 2.0 at gmail.com. That's ultimately why I mute, because I know that they set everybody else's dogs off, right? I know that a lot of people got snow. My daughter's in Indiana. She got snow. I hope not, Stagey.
So I was making one of our tenants, because I manage my uncle's rental properties, text me and said, you guys need to get me salt over here as soon as possible. And I was like laughing about it, because I'm like, we're not going to get snow. He was telling me we were going to get a foot of snow, and now everybody's getting snow. I'm like, oh boy.
Right, Lanaka, my daughter's in Indiana. That's where she...
Yeah, Nikki, are we supposed to get snow?
Oh, rub it in, shotgun. Rub it in. I don't want anything to do with snow. But I do know that a lot of people got snow. I talked to my daughter this morning. I said, did you get snow? She's like, yep. And I'm so grateful that she got her car back, right? And she said, I drove to class this morning. Crazy bitch, I don't mind to look at snow. I don't want anything to do with snow. I know, shotgun, but I'm good with heat. Miss B352, that's where I was. I lived in Daytona. And I was good with it. The heat doesn't bother me. It doesn't bother me at all. My brother, when he was in the army, he was stationed in Hawaii, and he loved it. Yeah, I don't think I care. I just love the heat. The cold really bothers my body, right? Like Wilmington. So that's where my brother is going to North Carolina. Oh Lord, y'all. Yeah, it's cold in Jersey. I got something. Hold on. Is that you? It's so expensive in Hawaii. I know. I got you. Hold on. God damn it. I'm sorry, y'all. Hold on.
Don't want.
Mm-mm.
I don't like that I got hair coming out of my head. So I try to, throw it on. I don't like.
Doesn't sound good, y'all. I don't know what's going on. I really don't. Oh, really? But I know it's super expensive. I know.
I'm really worried. I'm honestly worried about her mental health at this. Like, it's
I don't
something.
think I'm worried about her mental health. I worry about the kids.
Oh yeah, that's what I mean for the kids. I think that
Right.
it's something is gonna explode.
Yeah, something is not good over there, and I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I just know that it's being watched. Everything is being documented, and it's unfortunate, right? Like that's what I hate. I hate that it is so public, right? And I think that there needs to be some separation there, so that people could heal, and it's not gonna get any better. It's just gonna continue to get worse.
Well, do they not have? Do kids not have to go to school in her state?
I don't know.
Because that's really strange to me.
Oh,
I got taken the year of COVID because my oldest son, went log on. I'm at work every day, and the magistrate held him accountable because he was 15. But I got taken, and that was during COVID.
Yep, I know. It is really the only thing that no, same NRD. And that's what I'm saying. The only reason I could see her getting by in a state with strict truancy laws is the kids aren't enrolled. I don't know. I don't. It's just really unfortunate to me, honestly. Right, that's what I'm saying, Lanaka. So but there's also CPS involvement, so you know that they're watching the situation. Charlie, now you're just antagonizing them. Hold on.
Andrea, that's one thing I don't understand either. They do all this stuff on live and then tell people that it's not their business, and it's like, you make it people's business.
Yeah,
I was so curious.
It's constant, all day, every day, all day, every day.
Is it him and the big one?
It's Papa and Charlie, right? So whatever toy, right, one of them has, they fight over it.
The other one wants.
And Charlie will go and get a different toy and bring it over here, and then Papa, and he antagonizes Papa with it. Like he'll put it in his face.
Yeah, like here, you like this toy?
So the
oh
only
no,
way,
baby blue eyes.
no. Look, see?
Oh. Did you ever watch the movie with the Chihuahuas that they say that they do that because they don't realize that they're little? They don't realize their size.
I saw the aftermath of it, and it really breaks my heart that she talks to her kids like that. So now watch, Charlie went to get a ball, right? But Papa's fast. Papa's fast, so there's no Charlie can't maneuver that fast. So Charlie's bringing the bowl over here, right? Dropping it in his lap,
Putting it in his face.
right? Because you just bit me. Sorry, y'all.
They've got to be watching. There's no way.
Oh no, they're definitely watching, y'all. Listen, they are definitely, I promise you that they are watching, right? I don't know what is going on. I don't know what is going on. It is worse than kids. Look, you see? He put the ball.
We used
Hold on. He put the ball in my
right in
lap.
front of him.
He put the ball.
Well, then you're the MVP, nosy one.
Ball in my lap, right? Now, mind you, Papa's in my lap. He put the ball in my lap just to start trouble. You're just being a dick. See?
We used to have to buy those lamb chops in bulk off Amazon. No, neither one of them are hers. None of them are hers.
That's my trouble today. None of them are mine. I have a cat. I have a cat. Now, Papa is watching for Charlie to move so he could go steal the ball. It's
That
constant.
big volley, that soccer ball.
Listen, Ryan, he has 7 of them outside in the yard, right? Every time he goes out, he brings another one in. At the end of the day, I winds up throwing them all out the door, and then we do it again the next day.
They bring him back in.
I don't know what they're gonna do. Not necessarily my problem, right? They're not mine. They're not my dogs. Okay? Look at how cute Papa is, though.
He is cute.
He's got the
Papa.
cutest underbite. He's trying to get his toy.
To give me my lamb chops. Oh my God, Coco used to take hers outside, drop them on the ground.
Yeah, they think they're mine. They think they're mine. They do. But they're not. They're not. What are you growling at me for?
You're their person now.
Huh?
You're their person now.
No.
Yep.
I want to know, Melita, where's the Apple Hut Chihuahua breeder? They are. Because I think that they just kind of like, to them, I'm like, resemble my mom.
Yeah, your dog.
Right? So, they're not mine. Yeah, that's what it is, Little Ray. I think that's what it is. I think that I remind them of my mom. But this dog needs his nails cut. I've been trying to get the girl comes in to cut them. It's a whole mess. I've been trying to get her to come in, but she moved and she's supposed to come here and then she keeps changing. I think they'll be all right because, right, that's what I think too, baby blue eyes, but they better get used to it.
Oh my gosh. We switched from taking the guinea pigs out to get their nails cut, and we have a girl that comes in. It's half the price, and it's fantastic.
No, the girl that does their nails does a really good job, but Charlie has to be muzzled.
Yeah, Muslim.
And so it becomes like a, yeah, Charlie won't let us touch. He won't let me do it. He won't let me do it. Charlie has to be muzzled to have his nails cut.
Give him some Benadryl.
You know, I give him Benadryl already because he's fucking itching.
Or give him some hydroxyzine.
I don't know if I have any left. Oh, I miss my girls. I had 5 guinea pigs. Right, no, she's been doing the nails for years. But she bought a new house. She's just been busy. When Papa gets his nails cut, I'll film it. He howls. He howls.
He's dying. I'm dying.
Here we go.
That's how we ended up having to switch.
howls. Like, you don't even know what's like he's being hurt or like stabbed to death. It's
Yep.
crazy shit. Drama.
One of the guinea pigs used to squeal like bloody murder when we were at the feed store because there was a little groomer there, and baby daddy was like, "We're not doing this anymore." So that's what we had because he thought they were hurting her.
No, only one of mine really used to like make noise when she was getting her nails cut, but she was my favorite. So yeah, it's a pain in the ass, y'all. Honestly, I just want to go back to Florida and go back to my own little quiet life, peaceful on the beach. That's what I want. Puts his teeth. Yeah, I have a video of Shiloh getting his nails done, and you would think that he was you would think that you're like really causing damage to the dog, you know? Oh wow, my daughter's getting a lot of snow in Indiana. She just said it's like a blizzard. I love the beach is my happy place. I just love the beach. Yeah, that's where I need to go back soon. Yeah, I lived in Daytona. Tell her to send some stuff. I'm sure she wouldn't mind. I know. It's just so.
I'm the opposite. I love snow.
Yeah, that's what she said. She said it's she said damn near a blizzard.
Yeah, I love it. I hate the heat. We have a beach house in Myrtle Beach. I haven't been there in 15 years.
No. I am not going back to Daytona. Yeah, I couldn't do it, y'all. Like even when I lived in New York for half my life. I hated the
I was
cold.
gonna say, yeah, but I mean, that's what drives me crazy when Lori compares you and her, and when she's from upstate New York. You're not from upstate. It drives me crazy. Did you ever see that video where she says that you have an accent, like or something about upstate, like you could? And I'm like, that's not where Villain's from. That's not an upstate accent.
I'm sorry, he's growling. It's okay, Charlie. Charlie does have the cutest, like, kind eyes. He really does. Yeah, I'm from Staten Island. Yeah. I don't know. People are weird.
Teresa Thomas, I love the West Coast. Though. There's no. It's the humidity that gets to me.
I don't mind that either. He walks away. He comes back and forth. Did she sleep at all last night, y'all?
She said, I saw a clip of her on YouTube when I was catching up, and she said she's been up for days. I live in Pennsylvania. I'm originally from Syracuse.
Oh, Buffalo. That's the crazy thing, though. People from Buffalo don't sound like me.
No.
It's weird. I don't believe that she's been up for 58 days, but I think it's been a few days. He's not even here. You stop it.
58?
Yeah,
oh, I was going to say, my God.
I think that the longest I went without sleep was probably like maybe a week or two.
Ooh.
Do you realize I've only entered in this world since November 2nd?
What were you the stork just brought you? Just dropped you off? You hatched from the Cabbage Patch, did you?
Wait, what did you say when you texted me last night? I got up to Pete, and I was like, I'm not doing nothing about it. Like, no. Nope. Yeah.
Walking to Chicago? What is she's saying she's in the UK walking to Chicago? What?
Yo, what did I hear her say? She said something the other day. I don't remember. It'll come to me. And I was like, there's no fucking way this girl is this stupid. But she was cooking at 2 a.m. again. That's another thing that, like, I really like it bothers me. Like you're walking around screaming. I know, Chrissy. I get it. You're walking around screaming in this apartment. Your kid is supposed to be sleeping. What are you doing?
And you wonder why aliens won't visit us.
Hi. Well, what is it, JP? The government finally admitted that they have an alien.
Yeah,
Oh,
they
what's that?
came in. They came in.
She
they
was
visited us,
writing
they
a
left.
Christmas card to the president.
No,
That was
I
something
wanna
else
hear
she
about
said.
I want to hear about the alien. JP knows.
Oh, I'm sorry.
So alien maybe came, hung out a little bit, check us out. I'm like, nah, y'all got too much shit going on TikTok. I'm the fuck out of here.
Was that you that said that or an alien?
No, I'm still here.
No, but they didn't the government just come out and say that they have an alien?
I don't know. They because they're doing this whole like they're not confirming, they're not denying. They say that there's aerial, unidentified aerial objects, and then also because there's a congressional hearing actually last week on it.
Right.
But I don't think they actually said that they had one in possession or had a body. They didn't answer that. But they did say, like, example, there was boats because there's also not just UFOs. They're identifying underwater as well, subaqueous. So, and so they're like, this thing's moving like 5 times faster than
We're a little
naval
tight,
vessels.
you're not going to get an answer here. We're normal. Go ahead, JP.
Yeah, so that congressional hearing and the people they brought in, and because they brought in people from the DOD, and they're like, yeah, these things exist. We don't know what they are.
Yeah.
But they're super fast. And we don't have that technology.
No, absolutely. Somebody in the chat said they got to look at Beg Talk and was just like, yeah, fuck this. This species is dumb. But listen, I believe in aliens. Like we would be really naive and stupid to think that we're the only life force in the universe, right? Do y'all know how big it is out there?
Yeah. I just think that we're the only accident. So think about it, right? A chimpanzee, which is the closest thing genetically to us, is only 2 genetic deviations away.
Oh.
So 2 genetic deviations, that's it. We've only evolved twice since a chimpanzee. That was it. 2 genetic deviations. Now think of something that's, and what we are capable of doing. Think of something that's 1 or 2 genetic deviations from us.
Right.
And what do you think that they're capable
a good
of?
friend of mine. He's actually one of my good friends for like 30 years. He used to he firmly believed that he was abducted at 7. And he has like this lump in his head. He used to talk about it all the time while we were in K-holes, right? And we used to think that he was crazy, but like a lot of the things that he said back then are what's being said about artificial intelligence now. It's crazy. We only use, it's true. Some of us have not evolved yet, watch out. I know. Some of us are still way back in that line. But that's interesting.
Maybe TikTok is an experiment to weed them out.
What? Say it again.
Maybe TikTok is just an experiment to weed them out.
I said it before. I will say it again. There's got to be some type of social experiment here. There has to be.
I've never seen anything like this before.
Me either. I've never seen. I don't know. You don't. But why? Why wouldn't you believe that we're the only? How could we be the only life force? Smiley, what are you going in and out for, babe? You got something to say? Pipe up in the chat.
So if you think about it for a second, how are we the only accident, the only anomaly in the entire universe? And the thing is, when they're looking at it, they're looking at Mars right now. They found Mars, and they've done it. It's like Mars at one time was the same distance away from the sun that we were.
Right.
When the sun was larger, it was there, and we kind of like drifted out, and then Earth somehow fell into a perfect plane doing it, because they're looking at Mars and they're looking at the water that is underneath the surface of Mars. And it's not just like a lake. It's talking about, they're thinking that Mars has a core, then a solid layer of water almost completely surrounding it, and then it has a like an earthen or a rock material crust over top of that. It's crazy.
I think that, right, that's what I'm saying. It's the universe is huge, y'all. Like, we have only explored a very small part of the universe. And I really think that, right, Kate? I feel you. I feel like there's just no way. Like, that would be, and I think that in the last 5 years, maybe, the government talks a lot more about it. And if they're talking about it, they know. They know more than we do, right? I don't know. Call me crazy. It's gotta be, listen, there has to be some other life form. Let's just be serious here. And if you think, this is just my personal opinion, if you look right, they say, what was Area 51, 1950, what? What year was that?
54.
Right, somewhere around there, right? If you look at our technological advances since 1954, right? When there was supposed alien, like aliens here making deals with our government, right? If you look at the technological advances since the 1950s, but it moves like this, when before that it was slow as fuck. I don't know. Men in Black showed up at your mom's home. Shut up. I don't listen. There's so many. The universe is huge, y'all. Now, do I think that it's like Star Wars? No. Thank you. 1947 Roswell. Thank you.
So real quick, allegedly, because I gotta put that there. My mom lived in this house, of course, with her siblings, and a UFO crashed down in their front yard. And my uncle, who is now passed, ran under the bed and hid, and cops from all different army bases, all different types, showed up. The men in black came into the house and said, "You didn't see a thing, you don't say a thing, this never happened." And she swears today. She swears by it. I just want to drop that in because I believe in aliens, because of where I live.
Right.
Because we all know in Ohio what they do at Wright Pat Air Force Base. They have aliens underneath the ground in incubators. Yeah, we all know. Anyway, I just wanted to share that story. I'm going to drop back down.
No, she said Ohio. She did. I did hear her say Ohio. You're good, Crystal. Thank you. I don't know. But I think that it would be stupid to think that we're the only, come on.
Oh, yeah, there's something out there.
I don't know, Fyra. Yeah, there's definitely something out there.
Do y'all ever follow Dr. Neil deGrasse?
No.
Oh, the guy's he's an astrophysicist, genius, philosopher, probably like the smartest guy on the planet. And he's absolutely very humorous, very entertaining. And he talks about math and probabilities and astrophysics. And he's like, of course. And he goes, the probability of us existing is whatever, does the math calculation. It goes, now, if you take that and that only exists like in our solar system and stuff like that. Now you look at all these stars, look at the probabilities, and you look at it and it goes, and we as our solar system is one of the youngest ones out there. So think of how many others been out there for however long time and existed and gone through this one part.
That makes sense, though. Do y'all remember, like 6 months ago, there was that viral video on this app about the guy that went into the shed? Do y'all remember that? The guys went into the shed and the guy's camera caught it, and then like they didn't know where the guy went. Like they had the cops there. It was like an Airbnb. And then they went through all the camera footage, and the next time they saw him was like an old man. Whatever happened with that? Does anybody know? The time traveler. Whatever happened with that? I followed that guy, but I don't scroll much, so I guess I missed the update. But if anybody knows, hi, Pineapples. I don't remember what happened. Listen, Miss Beezy, I told you, we do it all in here. We do it all in here. I see, Smiley, I don't know why you're going in and out, though. That's weird. Right, so Kate, if you remember, but do y'all remember all of the, I'm gonna find it. Do y'all remember all of the ties to the guy that it looked like it was super weird that the guy that it looked like was some astrophysicist talking about time travel that was deceased in like 2017? Does anybody remember like how deep that went? But then I just never heard about it again. I'm gonna try to find it. Okay, so I don't know. She just keeps going in and out. It's weird to me.
Nickname. Are you talking about the Light in the Sky movie? Because if so, that's why I don't talk about aliens, because that movie like traumatized me as a child.
Yes, I do believe in ghosts. I do believe in a lot of that stuff. Okay. Hold on, my daughter just sent me a picture of Indiana. It's kind of weird that like the kids that don't talk to me, you know, they call me for all kinds of shit. Oh well. Do you hear Batcat screaming? I can't catch a break, y'all. I believe. Right. No, I do believe, and I was kind of on the fence about it for a while, but then I saw a medium who she used to work with the NYPD. She was an amazing medium, and there was no way that woman would have known the things about my ex-father-in-law that she knew without having some type of connection, and that kind of changed my whole thing. Riley, that new AI is no joke, y'all. No joke. I'm trying to find the last.
On a direct message ban until the 20th of December for frauds and scams.
You do?
Yep.
For what?
No idea. Because I posted a Gizmo video and she has a GoFundMe, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, it really, I mean, it was super weird because my father-in-law, she has like a 4-year wait list. And my father-in-law happened to die in the time that like I was waiting, right? And there were two things that she said to me that my father-in-law owns a deli, right? And when he died, a lot of us were picking up slack in the deli, and we were doing a catering order. And my sister-in-law at the time sliced the tomatoes for a salad, right? There was no way that the medium would have known that because he was saying, chop the tomatoes, don't slice them. Chop them. And then as I was almost done, the whole reading was really amazing. But as I was almost done, she used to write. Like she would write as she was reading. And she goes, a shot to the head. Who died like that? And it was my Uncle Tommy. It really changed my mind about a lot of things. That was years ago though. I'm favoriting the video so I could come back and see. But he goes inside the shed. It was weird because where did the guy go? Wait, really? Riley, did you appeal it? Hi, Batcat. Come here. This cat, dude, he yells. I think he misses my mom more than anyone else. Come here, Batcat. Papa, shut up. He's not even near you. Right. There's just no way. There's no way. And that really made me think a lot. Right. She also helped me, my cousin, Christina, unalived in like 2020. And I called her because I wanted to know with like there was a whole investigation going on, and I wanted some feedback, I guess you could say. But she's amazing. She is actually Lord Michael Caruso's mother. If you know who Lord Michael is, he's like one of the people responsible from bringing house music from Europe to America. It's his mom, actually.
That guy.
That guy, yeah.
Why couldn't she have looked into the future, seen that happening, and stop
Right?
it?
No, but I don't think she's so much of a psychic as she is a medium. And I don't know. It's just crazy. Yeah. Oh yeah. They're getting snow where my daughter's at. That's for sure. It looks pretty, but I don't want nothing to do with that. I'm good.
So I'd rather be like cold and snowy. You know, give me 20 degrees, 15 degrees in snow, than 40 degrees and rainy.
Mm-mm. My email is queenofbeingbanned2.0 @gmail.com. You can't pin. I don't like the colds. And my whole thing is like, I could always, like, I don't like the colds. I don't say, because people really like to come for my kids because they can't affect me. I hate the rain too. Yeah, I don't know. But I got I got a comment ban for it wasn't even something bad, but then new what's it called, is a pain in the ass. The AI picks up things that should not be a violation. Then you got people like Itty Bitty that just report everything, right? Like, I can't imagine spending my day going around reporting people's opinions about me. Yep, that's it. That's just weird to me. You know what I mean?
She's like, I don't like it.
Yeah. And like, huh? I don't know what he's talking about. Right, and I don't get it. I don't get it. What's up with Itty Bitty? What do you mean? Itty Bitty,
didn't she catch a ban or something?
Didn't she what?
Catch a ban or something? Like, did she catch like a TikTok ban? Not a TikTok ban, or like a Cash App ban, ban, or like one of those things?
Yeah, she did steal from her own mom.
Probation.
No, Robbie. Because Robbie just came in. Yeah, it's snowing. If there's a question that you have about Itty Bitty, I will answer it. But, okay. Yeah, 8 years. She did get 8 years allegedly. I don't know for sure. I did request the court transcripts. Once I know that, I will know for sure. But she likes to lie about people when she thinks she's anonymous. And then when she gets called out for those lies that she told about people, she plays victim and doesn't like it very much.
No. That'd be terrible.
It's crazy, isn't it? What do you do?
What did I do?
I don't know. Melissa said that would be GP.
And she responded to what Riley Roo said.
Oh, what
And
Riley
then
said.
Riley douched back.
So I don't know. If I were Itty Bitty, I don't know why people I don't know why people have such a hard time owning up to what they did. I don't understand it. I also don't know why they never remember what brings us to the point that we're at. She's big mad. I ran her background check, but forgets why that background check was run, which is strange to me, right? A lot of them have selective memory. They only remember what they want to remember, right? I don't do that. I stay within accurate information, and they don't like that. It's weird to me. I know JP is he's just here. Right, and that was another thing, right? That would have been it for me, y'all, just to be clear. that would have been it for me. Saying that comment alone would have been it for me. It was what happens after that. The lies, the manipulating of the text messages was wild. Right, that too. I'm just keeping it with me directly, right? She also said that she called her accountability for calling Tech a racist was she was mad when she said it. I don't know about y'all, but like if I get angry with somebody, I might call them a bitch. I'm not calling somebody a fucking racist because I got mad. That's weird, right? And she swears that she took accountability. I just want to know when. If anybody has an answer for that, I would be receiving of it. Right, exactly. And I think that he's real mad I ran the backgrounds. But if you want to be an awareness creator, you should probably make sure that your side of the street's clean, right? Right, JFK, that's what I'm saying. Everything is a justification. Everything is victimizing herself. It's very strange. Very strange. What the fuck?
I think I just overcooked rice.
Right. Yeah, that, right? I mean that. Sorry. Did you just say what?
I think I just overcooked rice.
Lord. I know pineapples. I know. And I think it's a little pathetic for a woman that age to not be able to take accountability for her wrongs. She spread a lot of lies about me across multiple different platforms. So if I say that she can't fit in a Prius, I don't feel bad. Okay? I just want to make that clear. Somebody that is spreading lies about myself and my children, right? I don't give a fuck if I said she can't fit in a Prius. She should be grateful that I don't spend the energy doing what she did to me to her.
Look, please, did she try to get into a Prius?
Did you remember the video I sent you yesterday?
Oh, I'm scared. I like, so do we need to get like...
She said, whoever's sending my videos to Reaper and whatever, that one, right?
Mm.
In that video, she goes on to talk about how she just got a new job offer and a new truck that looks like a spaceship, and it was absolutely fucking pathetic to hear a grown-ass woman talk about that. So I showed a picture of her
black
and
on
said,
black.
we know it wasn't a Prius because you can't, let's be real, right? Weird. Yeah, it's strange to me, but
Black on black to hide the dents when
apparently-
she stretches it out.
Apparently, Loving Life XO had a real problem with that statement. And I just want to be clear, girl, you married a pedophile. Sit down, okay? Hi, Angie. I don't think that people understand that this also is not my face, apparently. I don't know. It's weird to me how people, it's just very strange. The internet, or TikTok more specifically, is a very strange place.
That's when I unfollowed that account, when she went after you and said that's not your face. I've been friends with you for going on 4 years. That's definitely your face.
She is, I don't know if it is hugs or if it is mental illness, right? It could be could be a little bit of both. But for me, that type of person is not necessarily somebody that I would engage with, right? But it's weird where she comes up with these theories. And yes, she was married to a pedophile. So like, what are you doing? Worry about your own fucking conspiracy theories.
Well, and when I can pick you out on Reddit without your username by what you said, I definitely know what your face looks like.
I don't hide who I am in Reddit.
Well, no, I know, but when I can pick you out by a comment, I definitely can confirm that's your real face.
What in the fuck? It's weird. It's weird. And she says that Kimberly Rhea is a black woman, y'all.
And
Sorry.
then her and two other people are the same woman.
Yeah,
It's really
crazy.
yeah.
And
And there's pictures of kids being posted. It's not okay.
I know. Kate, a lot of people tell me that. I don't understand what the point is. She thinks that people hate her because she tells the truth. No, you're off your rocker.
We don't hate her. We're fascinated, and
I know, Victoria.
I'm not.
isn't
No,
Victoria.
I'm not
Listen,
fascinated.
I'm not fascinated.
no. I'm really, really in awe of somebody who has to push their mind and body beyond the limits of human understanding. Like,
See, I just won't do it. So I just block people. I can't make my brain work that hard.
well,
My ADHD won't let me focus that long.
hey, the first step,
Mindy
Ryan,
is honey.
Ryan, the first step is realizing that you can't understand. The
This
moment
is
that you
true.
accept it, the moment that you accept
1000%.
it, you just take a step back. You know,
Right.
I don't know nuclear fission, right? But I still like to watch that boom go off.
Right.
But I don't know fission or fusion, and so I do know there's a difference. But I don't know the process of it, and that's their
Perfectly
lives.
fine. Right. I don't understand. And for a long time, probably like my first year into this, right? Riots would tell you, I used to drive myself crazy. Why do people do this shit, right? Why do people do this? I don't understand. I would drive myself crazy. The second that I stopped asking myself why people do the things they do, my life improved, right? That person, her name is Mindy. She's off her rocker, dude. She doxes all kinds of people not even associated with this shit. It's wrong. She posts other people's kids. Let me just make my stance clear here. I don't care if it's Kim Raya's kid. It should not be posted. It should never be posted. Kim Raya's kids, anybody's kids. No, it's just a no.
They use the excuse that we speak on their kids. No, we speak on their parenting. There is a huge difference.
Huge difference. I'm gonna call Victoria a piece of shit mother probably until my dying days, but I don't speak to. Now, this is the one, the fucking nuts one, Riley, that goes off on. She literally thinks that Kim Raya is a black woman. Kim Raya's gone live, showing her whole face, dude. Right. I get it, Melissa. But, and I know it's, dude, go peep her page. She's
Yeah, it's
a
really
fucking
weird.
wild ride,
And there's
dude.
a difference between conspiracy theory, but we live in
And listen, I can understand a good conspiracy theory, right? This isn't conspiracy. Like, she believes in her head that she is right. And, like, I don't know. It's weird. It's weird to me.
It's
Just
called lunacy.
me? For me, it's a no for me, dog. And like that's the people. Once we found out who she was, we thought that like she'd slow up a bit. No, hold on. I'll go to the video. Hold on.
Okay, so how many sisters does Lori have?
Dude, I'm telling you, there's no sense here. They won't.
How silly do all of you guys feel?
Oh wow.
I'm telling you, Kate. I'm telling you. And like nothing makes sense, y'all. Nothing. My eyes glitch. This isn't my face, bitch. What?
She made your face stutter?
She says, Kim, listen. She says it's like Lisa's page, Loving Life XO. She's gonna keep losing them too because I know they're being hit. And I told you when you posted Ronnie's friends' kids, as long as you do not keep boundaries, I will make sure that your pages get snatched. Yeah, listen, there is no logic there. Kim Raya is 1000% a fucking white woman. All right. She tries to connect, like, it's weird. It is weird. Stop it. He's not even near you. It is weird. Stop. I know, Charlie. Oh, not the coffee, bro. It is weird. Go get Robbie. Poor Charlie. The Matrix, dude, that's not even the Matrix. Oh, Melissa, I'm telling you, shapeshifters, right. Y'all, it's a wild ride over there, legit. It is wild. And I don't typically pay her any mind because she's legitimately that fucking crazy, right? But stop. He's not doing anything to you. I don't pay her any minds because there's something going on. Mental illness, cross addiction, like untreated mental health. I don't know what it is, but it's enough. I know, Charlie. I know. Certified. Crazy as fuck over there. Crazy. I don't know. I did ask somebody, and I don't care if my thread gets moved. Well, listen, I just want to be 1000% clear here. I don't care. People are entitled to their opinions of me, right? It doesn't bother me. I know people send me shit all the time. I really don't give a fuck. Riley, I don't know how many times Riley has sent me shit, and I'm like, yeah, I don't care. I don't even like watch. I don't look. I don't bother. Enough people know who I am as a person. I don't have to. That doesn't affect me. You follow me? I know. It's crazy. It's crazy to me. And none of it makes sense. Like, she's been off her rocker for a while. But I personally, Dirty Smurf, I just don't give a shit. So fucking just being honest. I really don't care. People want to talk shit about me in a Discord server. I really don't care. I really don't care. If it makes you sleep better at night, talk all the shit you want because it doesn't affect me. Wildflower Tea, are you up to date on the Jessica Kent shit? Because I'm not. And people have been asking me lately. I just refer them to my playlist. But because I haven't kept up with her in a while. It's been a while. Well, JFK, it's different when you are on this side of things, right? I've heard some crazy shit about myself, y'all. I one time had a drunk bitch on the internet saying that I was a P3DO for sharing a photo that she posted herself on the internet. Yeah. Wild, right? Wild. All because I was ignoring her. And the only way that she gets attention is if I'm talking about her, which is why I don't talk about her. I just refer everybody to the playlist that she has on my YouTube channel so you could see what you're dealing with. No, I don't really do stuff like that, but I appreciate it. Yeah, I haven't, once I realize that it's never going to, like, let's use Jessica Kent, for instance. In her case, there was so much proof that she was lying, y'all. So much proof that she lied about everything. Not everybody's gonna open their eyes to see it. It's unfortunate, right? But some people choose to ignore the facts that are right in front of their face. Jessica Kent is a recovery content prison, I should say, a recovery content creator that lied her way through her entire platform while saying she was transparent and authentic. But those stories that she told were not true. Those stories that she told were not factual, even though she's got a disclaimer in her description that says these stories are my own. She also had a lapse in her recovery, refused to admit it despite the overwhelming proof that she was hanging out and doing hugs, right? Jason exposed her, absolutely. I know that it got super messy with Jason and Mindy after I had kind of, I did cover her on YouTube. But once I realized that things are never going to change, what's the point, right? She's been supposed to be putting out her New York records for what, 2 years now? She's never going to do it because they're on New York records. Oh, probably. Victoria just tries so desperately to fit anything into a box, and she's just... Andrea, that could be true. That could be true. I think that I've always, even in active addiction, I've always preferred honesty. Did I hide things? Yes. Right. But I didn't, I don't think that I've ever really been a liar.
You bring
Victoria
up
will
a
say anything for attention.
well, you bring up a good point, Dylan. So is it about, and the question is, do you think it is about fear of a secret getting out, like example being shameful, or is it being shameful of who they actually are, or is it purposely trying to portray someone or something else for benefit? So I
The
don't.
latter.
Okay.
And this is what always blows my mind, right? I'm gonna use Jessica Kent because she is a perfect example. Builds this fucking brand, right? Platform, 1 million subs on YouTube, whether they're bought or not, right? She did. But when you build that brand on transparency and being authentic, and so much proof comes out, I mean, bam, 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 like she could not. And instead of reacting and taking accountability, which is what she would have done, and that would have saved a lot of a headache for her, she decided to smear her kid's dad, call him an abuser, victimize herself. It was super fucking messy, but at the end of the day, that had a really major effect on the competency of her platform. Right? Because listen, a lot of us are fuck ups, right? I don't expect anybody to be perfect, but when you fuck up, I expect, especially if you're in a situation like that where people are looking at you like a role model, it's important for you to acknowledge those fuck ups, address them appropriately, right? But not, I just didn't, the accountability of it all, right? Especially in addict and recovery, you should absolutely address the fact that you handed CPS a diluted urine. Why did you hand CPS a diluted urine? Right? And it's just, especially with Jessica Kent, there's so much there. There is so much there. She built a platform saying she gave birth to her daughter in chains, which is a lie, right? It's a lie. That's a fact, because we know that Alabama outlawed that practice in 2008, if I believe. So do I. I did the digging on it myself. It's unfortunate, and I wish that when she was approached with the evidence, chains. I wish that when she was approached with the evidence, she just fucking admitted it. But these people just double down and continue to lie. And that is ultimately what damages their platform. It's not the action. It's the fact that you continue to lie when all of the proof is pointing over here, but you continue to lie. People would accept the mistake. People would accept, exactly. People would accept, well, she fucked up. She's human, right? But when you double down and continue to lie like that, people are just like, nope, that's fucking crazy.
So I'm seeing a story down below. This is a short one. I hope someone can verify or give me more. It's saying that she was a part of the cartel. Was she a part of like the Muscle Shoals cartel
all
in
a lie.
Alabama?
All a lie.
Okay.
All a lie. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. Hold on a second.
Well, while she's doing that, I was going to say, is she part of the Dahlonega Dozen? You know, the Birmingham Badasses? I have no idea. But she definitely sounds interesting. I haven't seen her pop up on my radar yet. I'm going to watch her videos. There's a little chihuahua. Let's see. What? Oh, yes, please tell me, Melissa. I can't wait to hear. I need videos too. I want to see all of it. Because I didn't even know that there was just like this Jessica floating around there. Her name like Jessica Kent. It almost sounds like Northeastern. At first, when we were talking about, I was like, wasn't that the girl in Massachusetts? who the state police tried to to incarcerate her and rig a trial. JFK, apparently Alabama did have one. Dylan is not a shapeshifter. She did not turn into a chihuahua. We got a little puppy. Chrissy decided TikTok. There's
Sorry.
definitely something else.
My brother is my brother wants to buy a house in Italy. Sorry. Yeah, Jessica was Victoria keeps using her name to try to deflect. That's all. That's all. Right. Absolutely, Andrea. And I do want to say this, right? Do I think that we get sober and we automatically just yeah, that's what he's talking about. That we automatically just become this honest. No. That comes with time, right? That's what he's talking about. It's crazy. I'm telling you, it's a lot, isn't it? Princess Peach, does it go exactly the way I say it does? Just wondering. I'm just wondering. Does it go exactly the way I say it does? Interesting, huh? Jess is a mod for Gabby. Wait, which Jess? Shadow Jess? Yes. Did I get it? Listen, Chrissy, my DMs are wild right now. Hi, Glenza.
Question: have we heard anything more from Kim from last night?
No, I won't either. It's not, I don't necessarily keep up with the Lisa and Kim saga. I do know that, yes, thank you. I do know that it is that Lisa was already back in the server this morning. Yeah, it's, listen, y'all, I wish that people wouldn't give any attention to it.
Well, my concern is like some of the stuff that comes out. Her
Right, but
sending.
can you trust the stuff that comes out because they have a habit of making?
Well, think about this for a second. If someone's directly raising money through this application or through any type of monetized application and directly states that they were forwarding that money to that person's supplier, like, gosh, and then hold on, what was it? Someone said that, and I think someone validated as well, that Lisa directly put, was it Lisa? Directly put her supplier's Cash App info.
Yep.
Right on there to where the money could go directly to them.
Mm-hmm.
That takes massive cojones. Right?
Listen, I think that Pittsburgh law enforcement is very well aware of the situation, right? As is Diesel, right? If they're gonna continue fucking putting themselves out there like that, I can't help them, right? But as far as Kim and Lisa go, they do this all the time. Legitimately all the time. Do y'all remember when she dropped those recorded calls? What was that, a month ago? Maybe a little more. I know. No, Reaper was on Melita's panel last night. PA law enforcement is overrun. They don't have the manpower. Absolutely correct. You guys also have to understand that there is Pennsylvania, Jersey, Pittsburgh, Connecticut, right? Jersey. There are all different states involved here, y'all.
Well, the simple MOI or the simple thing is that it would have to be, easiest thing would be federal.
Yep. But it's getting
Mm-hmm.
it's getting somebody to look at it, right? And so when I was reporting the things about Lisa, right?
Mhm.
I thought that the smaller there she is. I thought that the smaller police force would be the best way to go about it, right? Because Pittsburgh is a bigger city, right? So it was Victoria, actually. It was Bowling Green police that I tried to get my foot in the door with. And Victoria was on house arrest when she was collecting that money and sending it to the dealer. The sheriffs were informed. The house arrest, the people, the jail that deals with the house arrest people, they were informed. So it's just a matter, once one of them gets caught, they'll all be fucked. And I don't think that there's gonna be, it could be 5 years from now. But that's true too, Rose, right? But I think that people severely underestimate the amount of money that Lisa has made in the last 3 years on this app. And I'll just leave it at that. I think that
IRS getting involved, tax evasion.
And you got to remember, a lot of it will fall on who? Kim Rhea. Without Kim Rhea, Lisa wouldn't operate. And I think that that's something that a lot of people, and there's also this break, right? Where, how can I explain it? When you call your local police to report something on the internet, right? They will 9 times out of 10 refer you to file an IC3 report, which doesn't do shit, really. I remember filing IC3 reports for Mac, who was threatening to hard R children on this app, right? So it becomes a jurisdictional issue, correct? Because the internet, cyberspace, if you will, right, it becomes a jurisdictional problem because it's on the internet. So most times local police will tell you, you got to go to the feds, right? And they don't want to be bothered with this. So it does. I one time had somebody hack my LabCorp account, post the results, and it's still under investigation. That was a year ago. It's crazy. The internet has really changed. And don't get me wrong, there are, compared to, I would say 2 years ago, the state laws, legislature, whatever, they are catching up a little bit, right? I firmly believe that that's why they're starting to crack down on FOIAs too, is because people just grab them on the internet. Sorry, y'all, I'm super stuffy. But all you need is one agency to catch it. And then it just goes. I know, it's crazy. It's crazy. I imagine you would be. I would imagine. I can't sit on 6-hour lives. I just can't do it.
Yeah, I fell asleep. I backed out. I fell asleep. Woke up, and they're still going.
You were still in the box?
I wasn't in the box. I bounced out. Said nighty night, y'all.
Yeah.
And then I don't know. I had to run it on in the background. And I woke up and I'm like, damn, they're still going.
It might have been Riley. I missed what you said.
No, it was not me snoring.
This morning. Wait, what?
Someone was snoring last night. No, it wasn't me. I backed out before I went to sleep.
Not me. T, not me. It's not me. Oh, Reba, you were blamed. I just want to play this again. If anybody has any answers to why this was said, I would appreciate it.
Part 2. Someone asked, how many babies have I lost? This is my 15th pregnancy, and 6 of those were live births. But our little
Anybody know how we got to 18? I'd greatly appreciate an answer. It's super windy out here today, and my mom also lives on a bay block. That's Victoria, but where did we go from 15? How'd we go from 15 to 18 pregnancies? Anybody know? I'm just curious. She can't catfish and I'm telling you. It's windy out. It's windy out. So she said 18 last night, and when I heard her, I was like, wait a second. Didn't she say this?
Man is doing great. Is it being hard to so many? Part two. Someone
Right,
asked how many babies have I
We're
lost.
on the same page, aren't we?
Part two. Someone asked how many babies have I lost. This is my 15th pregnancy, and 6 of those were live births. But our little man is doing great. Is it being hard to so many?
She's pregnant with O during the filming here. So, how did we go from 15 to 18 if you got your tubes tied after this pregnancy? Asking for friends. She was pregnant with the youngest when this was filmed. So how do we go from 15 to 18? How do we go from 15 to 18?
Tiffany.
When you got your tubes tied after the baby that you're pregnant with in this video? Anybody know?
I think Tiffany nailed it a little bit.
Special math. It's Common Core math.
Did someone say Common Core meth?
Yeah, Common Core math, JP.
Oh.
Soft brain math.
So she had her tubes tied. What year was her
It
last
would have been
pregnancy?
2020.
2020. She's what, 40 years old?
No, she's 38 now.
Holy shit. All right. Let me I'm gonna figure this out. Me and you, I'm gonna like message you later because I'm gonna put this out on a timeline and we're gonna backwards plan and look at the viability. We're gonna do 15, then we're gonna do 18.
I'm wondering.
Does she have multiple uteruses to where she's like, and so they just dropping them left and right? Like,
I think that she uses the 18 pregnancies as an excuse for why she lost her teeth.
no.
Because if you're pregnant when you filmed this, right, and you got your tubes tied after the birth of this baby that you filmed with, where did the 3 how did we get from 15 to 18?
So she's saying she spent almost her entire reproductive life,
Jerica. She's freezing her eggs like the lizard.
Oh man. So the question is so okay. Let's take her out of the factor for a second.
Mommy is 7, correct? But that would have been before the baby.
So
correct. You're right, Riley. She's right. Jerica is right. Right. So she was pregnant. The kid was pregnant. She lost that, then got pregnant again with O. Okay. She's pregnant with O when this is filmed. Okay. So where did the 3 other pregnancies come from?
Jesus.
You follow me?
So did she find herself like a nice little Mormon guy that because it's not just her, it takes multiple people to do this. And I want to know who they are.
It's the high schooler.
The same one.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, you know he's learned his lesson by then.
Mm-hmm.
You know. You know he's scared.
I got you.
Blind guy.
Thank you.
Corinne, blind, deaf, and dumb.
But why lie about that? That's fucked up to lie about that. We'll see, Victoria, how good you are at taking accountability. Because I just want to know the math. How this math ain't mathin', babe.
No, it's nothing.
Nothing. You right.
It's nothing.
You right. But that she better, because women that have lost children are not going to be happy about her lying. Flexing on pregnancy loss is gross. Period. Period. It was the aliens. Shit. I should have known. You're right. You're right. You're right. My bad. It's weird to me.
Power off.
It's weird to me that does she just say it for the purposes of like shock value? People, you say 18 pregnancies. Stop, Dirty Smurf. And people are like 18 pregnancies, right? Like, why lie about that? Why lie about that? That doesn't, that's what drives me, I think, more crazy than anything else, right? Is like, that's true, shining brighter, you're right. She also did forget how many kids she's got. You're right. You're right. My bad. I concur. But you're right. She absolutely did lie. How many? Oh, well, she forgot how many kids she had.
Is she counting indigestion? Or is she just like, you know what? Or was it just like a couple
You might be right, Mom.
pregnancies?
Yeah, I agree. No, see, that's exactly what it is. She doesn't care if it's attention. Well, that wouldn't be pregnancies though. Right? So you gotta, the words come into play. Iggy did in fact steal thousands, Mackenzie. Yes. I don't know if it was thousands, but she did steal money, while shaming that kid's father on the internet about a gallon of milk. Accurate. She also showed a video of her house yesterday, and I don't know why that would have been a flex. Correct. Riley, correct. It's unfortunate. She thought that was clean, and Bama, I know that's right. I know.
We seen that. I'm sorry, when I seen that, you definitely know that her house matches the clutter in her fucking mind.
That's what they say, right?
That thing was a visual manifestation of what's going on in her head.
100%.
And I was scared that while I was going in, that we were like a stack of newspapers was going to fall on us.
Let me see. Oh, I'm waiting on a response from somebody about, I want to confirm something before I publicize it, and it's taken a little longer than I'd like it to, but I'm working on it. It's unfortunate. It really is. Crazy Chrissy, email me so that I don't forget. She always has an excuse for everything. I know that's right. And not even logical excuses either, right? I don't understand why people don't just be honest. It just makes everything so much easier. You don't realize that, but in the end, it all comes out, y'all. There, look at poor fucking Itty, right? Making herself a victim. Making yourself a victim when I have your entire comment history of that Reddit account and screen recordings. So, ma'am, You should sit down and stay seated until an adult calls for you. I don't. I'm gonna end soon though, because I just got, you want to see what I got? I got a new book on Audible. And I want to listen to it. Heather Gillespie. I was just let into a Facebook group that has a lot of Amanda Bowden. Just because I'm watching. I personally need to get done with Victoria first. Because I don't know which one's Heather. Which one's Heather? I haven't, listen, y'all. I'm working on it. I do have The Wall of Shame, yeah. I do have a title, so there's that. I'm not going to release it yet because people like to do fucked up shit, but I do have a title. Hi, Brandy. How are you? I read. I'll bet. I'll go check. Right, The Wall of Shame. I go in. I don't know how people are looking at that girl and think it's anything but. Beth Osborne is another one. There's a couple of them. What can I help you? What do you want? What do you want? Charlie's like, let's go. Let's go. Why is she in your DMs? Well, it's weird how they all, yeah, I'm gonna end in a second. It's weird how they all follow, like, especially Lori. She's always in lives. She's always in other scammers' lives. Like, they take notes from each other. It's fucking strange. Bye, Reaper. Am I a dark romance girly? So I did get A Court of Thorn and Roses. I did get that. I haven't started it yet, but they do. She snipes from the chat. 1000%. I know. I do like true crime too. I read a lot. I read a decent amount. But I did. Crystal, did you start? Is she still here? Because we were talking about A Court of Thorn and Roses a while back, and I got the first book, but I haven't started it yet. But I don't know if Crystal's here, because Crystal wrote a book as well. We were like kind of writing at the same time. I don't. You didn't start it. So if A Court of Thorn and Roses went wild on Book Talk, y'all. People say it's like 50 Shades of Grey with fantasy, with magic. But I haven't started it yet. All right, y'all, I'm gonna end. My brother is having a nervous breakdown. So I have to deal with that. Me too. I buy a bunch of books and then I just read. I hope everybody has a good night. Victoria, if you could clear up where 15 and 18, like what that discrepancy is, we'd all really like to know. I hope that everybody has a good night. Crazy Chrissy, please email me because I obviously missed your DM and I just don't want to go through them tonight. I will probably do it tomorrow. But I hope that everybody has a good night. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Not Victoria.